had to change the battery. Right? Alright, let's jump. Right? We're going to Zechariah. See if we can get out of this. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? Question. And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off as one shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right? Verse 4. And I will, and verse 4, and will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So what it is what Zechariah seen was who the word literally called Jesus coming back in the chariot to implement the law, to implement the statute, laws, and commandments. And when he come back, he gonna destroy Esau, Edom's kingdom, right? So that's what basically it's saying. YAHAWAH is coming back with the law, and he's seen the scrolls, and he's seen the chariots, and he said, look, he coming back with the law, and he gonna enter into the house of the thief, which is Esau, Edom, and destroy everybody on this side. That's what it's gonna be. You see? And the landmass of America is done, man. If you're not of the elect, you're done. Of the nation Israel. If you're not of the elect of the nation Israel, you're done. And that's just what it is. You're done. You're out of there. Alright? So we jump. This second Ezra, right? This second Ezra chapter, see if we can get out of this. I'm all in the Mac, I'm tripping. If I can get over there. This second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 38. This is what Ezra seen concerning when YAHAWAH return. But this is what he gonna do too. Right? This second Ezra chapter 13, verse 38. And it shall and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torment wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and shall destroy them without labor by the law which is like unto fire. So he go. Matter of fact, I'll read that again. I'll start at verse 37. Right? This is the second Ezra chapter 13, verse 37. And this my son shall rebuke, and the wicked shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. So even with the technology and your thoughts that you claim you're gonna rule forever, with the technology and the thoughts that you got, contrary to the laws of the Bible, contrary to YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH is going to rebuke you, these nations, concerning their invention, right? Of those nations which for their wicked life are falling into the tempest, meaning that fire, that destruction that YAHAWAH hit them with, that strong wind of heat. Verse 38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torment wherewith they shall be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law which is like unto fire. So that's what he coming back to do. That's what Zechariah seen, coming in a big old chariot with the law, right? And to destroy the wicked and all their inventions, all the thoughts, the plans they had, and all their technology out of there. See? And you're going to know why YAHAWAH is here when he appears. You're going to know it. Right? So, let's jump. Let's see if we can get out of this. Let's go to Exodus. Right? This is Exodus. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse, 24. Now this is dealing with the Egyptians, right? The ancient Egyptians, right? When Israel was coming up out of Egypt, right? The niggas like to know the name America. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 24. I think that's what I want. Yeah, 24. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire. So the pillar of fire was a chariot. So the Lord looked down and seen the Egyptians pursuing the Israelites. So how did he see them? He looked through the chariots and see them. So the Lord was watching the Egyptians pursue the Israelites, looking through the chariot. And of the cloud, and trouble the host of the Egyptians. So the Heavenly Father, right, YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father and His Son, look through the chariots and see what's going on the earth while the angels are crossing the skies and watching everything. This matter of fact, let's get into a different translation. Yeah, I want to see that one in a different translation. Let's see what we get. I think I did it before, but I want to see what it says again. Exodus chapter 14, verse 24. It says, Exodus chapter 14, verse 24, during the last watch of the night, the Lord looked down from a pillar of fire and a cloud at the Egyptian army and threw it into confusion. The New Living Translation. But just before dawn, the Lord looked down on the Egyptian army from the pillar of fire and cloud, and he threw their forces into total confusion. Right? Amplified power. And it happened at the early morning watch before dawn, the Lord looked down on the army of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and cloud and put them in a state of confusion. Yep. So he put the spirit on them to be in a confused state. Yeah, when they were pursuing the Israelites, us, out of Egypt. Right? So the Heavenly Father looked out them chariots, man. The Heavenly Father and His Son look out them chariots. So we jump. So let's go. What I want. So This is Psalms chapter 14, verse 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and see YAHAWAH. So the Heavenly Father looked down and watched. The Heavenly Father and the Son looked down and watched to see if you, Negro, Latino, Native American, understand Him and is connected to Him through the Spirit. You know, understand His Word and what He's saying. So the Heavenly Father's watching from the heavens, right? So let's jump. So this is Psalms 33 and Psalms 33 and 13. The Lord looked from heaven, He beholdeth all the sons of men. Verse 14. From the place of His habitation, He looked upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fasteneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. So, not fasteneth, fashion, not fasteneth. Fashioneth, it's a lot about that. Let me read that again. This Psalms 33 and 15. He fashioneth their hearts alike, meaning He shaped the minds of mankind. Okay? He considered all their works. So everything that you're doing on this earth, He consider your works. So you see, the Heavenly Father's watching through the chairs, and the chairs are real. So with that, YAHAWAH Babylon, YAHAWAH Babylon, YAHAWAH 2/3 Shalom, stay strong, search the scriptures, pray for deliverance, survive, and outlast the dummies. And Lord willing, you was edified. Learn something.